Yeah, I did Superman the first 2 years. And a lot of people were like, "You're wearing the wrong shirt." And I finally was like, "All right, yeah, exactly." Like, let me enjoy Comic-Con. But yeah, I wore Flash this year.
So, what can you say about Flashpoint?
Well, the obvious, Nora and Henry are both alive, and yeah, Barry's got both of his parents, which we're seeing him enjoy and thoroughly appreciate because he is aware of the other timeline. Barry remembers the other timeline. He's the only one that does. So he's, has a lot of good gratitude for the fact that both of his parents are alive and well right now. And he's kind of like, I think deep down knows it was a pretty selfish decision, and that will start to weigh on him pretty heavily. Barry pretty much never has a clear conscience, I think. He's kind of always beating himself up. So if he does some dumb shit, like, he does feel bad. And we're going to see that soon in Flashpoint.
After Barry emerged from the Speed Force, it seemed like he had come to terms with his mom's death. He had a burial ground.
Yeah.
He was feeling good.
Yeah.
But then, yet in the end, he still went back to change the past and the future.
Yeah,
so
I think.
At what point?
I think honestly, it was like in that conversation with Iris. I think Barry's sitting there with Iris. They've defeated Zoom. Everything is as it should be. And Iris says what Barry's literally always wanted to hear. And he feels empty inside, and it's he realizes right then, like, I have to do this, and I think when we get to Flashpoint, he's been in that timeline for a while, so and he's been loving it, but we're gonna see him kind of like start to feel some of that remorse because his memories are going to start to change. He's going to start to have memories of his parents that he's never had before, that he's missed out on from like all the years they missed, but they're replacing other memories, and Barry's going to start to realize that's happening, and he's going to start to feel pretty guilty about his decision.
Is he also noticing the ramifications that his changes have on the people around him, on their relationships?
Yeah. He's kind of tried to just be naive to the whole thing. So we've seen Kid Flash, the pictures have emerged. Oh shoot, we've got those scenes with Kid Flash, and so Kid Flash is running around as the Flash. Barry's taking a back seat by choice and letting him do his thing. And he's kind of, that's been his motto for most of Flash. He's kind of like, I did this so I can have my family. Well, I don't have to be the Flash, so I'm going to sit back and appreciate this life now. He kind of is forced to step into action a little bit when we're seeing Flashpoint, and in doing so, he kind of starts to see what everyone else's life has become for the first time. And again, that's when it kind of reality is like kind of setting in for real.
Sorry, what was it like shooting that last scene with the Flashpoint logistically, just after having shot it a couple of times and having to, emote a different sense of emotions and kind of working with it?
Yeah. Saved her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, I hate shooting those scenes now. I mean, like, not like, oh, I hate it, but like, it's hard. It's really hard. But it was nice to at least do a version where we did get to play the other side of it, where Barry does save her. But it's still hard because I've watched Michelle, it's Nora, like, she's amazing, first of all, and she lives in Vancouver. I think like if she was like living in LA or New York, like you'd see her in everything, but she's like has a son and like puts that first, and she's like the sweetest person in the world, and she's an amazing actress, and she goes there easily every time we shoot that scene. So even though Barry's like saving her and trying to tell her it's okay, like she was still terrified, and that like, who are you? Like, so it was still hard, really hard to shoot that stuff. Yeah.
Does it make it easier for you to go there emotionally when she's so like?
It's not easier. Well, I mean, yeah, it happens like easier. I mean, that's not a hard thing to tap into though. I mean, I sometimes well up just talking about that storyline. Yeah, I mean, when we shot like the what was the Kevin Smith's episode, the Good Little Dinosaur, or what was it called? Something with dinosaur. I forget. But like that children's book. I mean, yeah, that is like the hardest stuff in the world to shoot because I don't know why, but it's connected to something very real in me. Whenever I don't know why. Both my parents are alive. But it messes with me at a really real deep level.
Does Barry start to feel like he wants to correct the timeline at some point, or is he still in that happiness over the first few episodes?
Flashpoint doesn't last the entire season. The ramifications carry throughout the entire season. But yeah, no, Barry starts to kind of realize that this wasn't for the best. It was selfish, and he tries to kind of find a way to put things back, which might be impossible though at this point.
I think he's heading to that thing that sits at the heart of all superheroes, which is the question of how much can I give, how much am I obligated to give, how much can I change or save?
Yeah, I think when we're seeing him at the beginning of this, he was on empty last time we saw him, which is why he made this decision, and it's why when he gets to Flashpoint and there's another Flash, he's like, great, like I'm done, man. That's like, I'm just gonna do this. He still has his powers, but you know, he's like, I ain't gonna use them. I'm just gonna like take the day off, take the year off.
One interesting thing that I've seen carried from season 1 to season 2 is something really, really small, but you got to throw in there. Are we finally going to see Barry get that suit into the ring?
I hope so. I was just thinking about it the other day, actually, because what is your take on this? I was thinking that if we had it, like, if it was just kind of simple, do you think it needs the lightning bolt on it if we were to do the ring, or does it just need to be a ring?
No, it has to have a lightning bolt.
You have to have a lightning bolt.
Okay,
that's a symbol.
Okay. All right, cool. Because I think we will do it eventually. I don't know when.
You guys keep hitting that.
I know
the first season, then Cisco asked last.
They were going to say like we were going to see Cisco working on it a lot. And I would like ask what it was, and he would kind of like just like brush me off. We haven't really played with it too much yet, but hopefully we will more. I would imagine before the series is over, though, we'll have the ring.
And what about the crossover event happening in the fall with the 4 shows? Can you tease anything about that? What do you know about it so far?
I know something big about it, actually, that I'm not allowed to talk about. Not allowed to talk about. Yeah, but exactly. But it's happening, and it is a 4-show crossover. Yeah, I'm saying you have to say 4-show crossovers because someone said 4-way crossover earlier today, and that sounds dirty. Oh. Right? Yes, but it's happening in all 4 shows across the board.
Happy to work with Melissa again?
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, and that whole cast is great.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.